Hey MVPs, Rico Notes here. Going to talk to you guys about the next fight on the fight card. Cody Durden, 17-7-1 versus Jose Ochoa, 7-1. So we have an old guy versus a young guy, and who's going to win? Right now, the sports books tell us it's like a 190 something, right? A 194 for Jose Ochoa. It opened at 130, so it's growing. People are putting money on Jose Ochoa. And then you have Cody Durden at 156, plus 156 underdog. So let's talk about these fighters. First, we're going to talk about Cody Durden. He's in his final fight of his UFC contract. Just be aware of that. So if he wins this fight, he'll probably get another contract. If he loses, I can't see them re-signing him. He's lost 4 out of his last 5 if he loses, okay? So he's fighting for his life. Now, who has he lost to recently? He lost to Joshua Van the last time we saw him in the cage. That's aged really well. Everybody's going, Joshua Van's an ass kicker. Look at him. He's a world beater. We just saw him last week just absolutely dominate, right? So Joshua Van looks like a world beater. He just beat the hell out of Bruno Silva. And this man, Cody Durden, lost to Joshua Van and Bruno Silva. And he was nearly put out by Joshua Van. He was just beat up the whole time. It wasn't a close fight at all. Yes, he beat Matt Schnell. Matt Schnell sucks. All right, there's just no other way to put it. And he lost to Gear. That's a very good loss. But we've seen him get some wins here, and these were back in 23, 2022. Here's what I'll say about Cody Durden. He's known for wrestling. He's known for being a dominant wrestler. But he's 34, man, and he's on his way out. He is. There's no other way to put it. I watch him in these fights. The way it works is people say he's going to implement his game plan, get a takedown, dominate, and win that way. And I've believed it sometimes, and I've picked him, and I believe him. But there's times I can't. And if that's your method to winning, at some point you're just going to get too old and slow to implement that game plan. Sorry, my ear's bugging me. So what I want to say is Cody Durden, once he can't get the takedown, once he's too tired and he no longer has the cardio because he's exhausted in these third rounds, he looks ridiculous, and he can't implement his game plan, then what? Then he's stuck on his feet, and he sucks on his feet. He's not good. He's not as good as anybody else. Like, he just doesn't look the part. Just know that, okay? And what he really does is he's very hittable. His nose is broken the minute you hit it once or twice. That schnoz just it looks awful, especially for judges. He's going to look damaged, really damaged. Now, he's from Georgia area, I believe. Yeah, he's from Georgia area, so he's going to be fighting in Atlanta. We might get a whole crowd boost and be very motivated and all that, but if you ask me, man, this guy can't implement his game plan, and he's going to get beat up. Now there's Jose Ochoa. Jose Ochoa is a young kid doing the best he can. He's also a southpaw. They're both left-handed fighters, and this is very important. Because they're both left-handed fighters, they will have their left leg back. And when you're fighting another opponent and he's a southpaw, what this does is this enables you to land body kicks. And a lot of them. When it's a lefty versus a righty, the body kicks can't land. You're looking for more for calf kicks. But this is body kick territory all day. And I think Jose Ochoa's kicks are vicious. Like, really good. So I'm looking for Jose to go out there and do his thing. Now, he fought Loner Kavanaugh last time in the cage. We all know Loner Kavanaugh is a mother-flipping monster. Loner Kavanaugh is a beast. And that was a 15-minute fight, and both these guys only landed about 15 strikes each, or 50 strikes each, excuse me. Yes, Jose Ochoa outlanded Loner, but it was an easy fight to pick. Loner was going to win this fight, and he won it. So Jose Ochoa loses his debut, and now he has a chance to go 0-2 if he loses to Cody Durden. I don't see it, man. I think this kid is here, and he's not the future, but he's one of these fighters that's going to be in the UFC fight cards for a long time. Like, he's a shoot box fighter. That means he trains with Charles Oliveira and all those guys. I haven't seen him grappling for the most part, but if he can do any takedown defense whatsoever, Cody Durden's just going to get tired and not be any good on his feet. And every round starts on your feet. I like Jose Ochoa to go out there and just beat him up. If you're betting on Cody Durden to get a takedown and make this an ugly fight and win that way, yeah, it briefs well. Like, it sounds like a good idea, but I couldn't consciously tell you to do that. Not as an MVP, not as from my perspective. I think Jose Ochoa is a much better athlete, a much better fighter, a newer age fighter. The fact that we don't see him doing any grappling doesn't concern me. This dude's from Peru, right? Peruvians, if you don't know, they live at elevation, so they just have better cardio than other people. Because that's where they actually live. They don't train at elevation. They live there. The whole fucking country's like on a plateau of the Andes Mountains or whatever, right? And then he goes and moves to Brazil to go train with all these jiu-jitsu monsters. They're not just out there doing kickboxing stuff. They're training. I think Jose Ochoa is going to style on Cody Durden. I could be wrong. It's happened. But I'm going to go with Jose Ochoa. This is not a lock. You guys better pace your fucking selves. I will say things in videos. You better go check the color on the chart, okay? So let me pull up the chart real quick. I'm on Jose Ochoa money line. I think it's good enough at minus 194. I would probably just leave it like that. No problem. It's good for a two-legger somewhere if you believe in it to that extent. And I like his double chance. He either KOs or points. And I think the KO could happen early. If they're both fresh and they come out just ready to bang, yeah. Cody Durden could be in a lot of trouble trying to bang with this young kid. Cody Durden's chin isn't going to be the same that it's been, his whole life. When you go out there, and I think he took 170-something strikes from Joshua Van in his last fight. You're not the same person after that. You've just been battered, beaten, and he looked terrible, and he gets pathetically slow once he gets beat up a little bit. Joshua Van's not a great grappler. Joshua Van had good takedown defense, moved, pivoted well, and then just beat him up with a jab, right? Jose Ochoa is going to have these kicks ready to go, and he's going to be able to strike, and I think he's just going to outwork Cody Durden. Little Durden there. I mean, if Cody Durden does a throwback performance in this fight, then he deserves the win, but I can't go there. Now, I will tell you guys this. If these odds get to like minus 250 at some point, you can't take the bet. Okay, if they keep growing and you don't want to bet on them until right before the fight, you want to wait for the weigh-ins and all that stuff that's happening today, you can't take the bet. Cody Durden at a plus 180, 190 is where you would have to lean, or you just avoid it all the way, right? So it's just one of those situations where it's getting a little stupid, but for right now, I like Jose Ochoa at minus 194 for sure. Your friends don't know. Please, before I go on. Please do not write me a DM and say, Rico, the odds just changed. What do I do now? Man, fuck off. That's what you do now. All right? You guys don't watch the videos. Fuck off.